So today we're going to go for a trip up to the Lake District. Currently showing 251 miles on the battery, 78% charged overnight. In theory, that's enough to get us there and back. There's quite a big buffer. Let's just have a look at the route guide and see how it takes us. 71 miles. So we're approaching Carver. Now this is our normal stopping place when we're going up to the lakes with the Leaf, just because we can't do it any other way. Nice little stop there at Booze and the Instavolt charger. But today, fortunately, we don't need it. So onwards and upwards to Grasmere.
Ta-da!
So anybody worried about the ride in the Model Y, as you can see, it isn't bothering our daughter at all. She's been asleep for the last 10-15 minutes with no sign of waking up at all. So yeah, it's a little bit firm. It's a sporty ride, but it's not stopping her sleeping at all, is it?
Mouse.
Oh.
Are we enjoying the walk?
Yes.
Bridge walk. Cheese. What are you trying to find? A crocodile?
Your legs.
What are you doing there? What are you doing? Relaxing?
Come on, answer the phone.
Oh no, we need to go away.
Enjoy ourselves. Yay! Come on, a little bit more interest. Yay! So 49% of the battery still left. 156 miles, should do it easily getting back home. Let's see what we get home with. So finally managed to do a little bit of a review of the trip to Grasmere. Fabulous day out. So I think we went through around about £3 worth of charge, maybe £4 maximum. Never in my life did I ever think that I'd be able to travel all the way from down Warrington, Wigan way, all the way up to Grasmere and back for under a fiver. It's really cheap. Okay, could discount the fact that the car is an expensive car, but if you discount that, if you can, then it's really cheap motoring still, even with the increasing electric prices at the moment. Got to see how that all develops, how bad it gets, but I do anticipate that it's going to be always better than running a petrol or diesel car. Did some figures. We started off with a battery at 251 miles, 78%. When we actually got to Grasmere, which the sat-nav had originally said about 71 miles, we then recalculated 83 miles. We got there at 160 miles still left on the battery, which meant that we lost, instead of 83, we actually lost 91 miles. Or we used 91 miles worth of range up to get there. Got us there on about, well, it was bob on 50% of battery still left when we arrived at Grasmere. And then just through the day when we were out walking and we got back to the car, we had dropped another percent, another 4 miles in the time when we was walking around. I was a bit surprised about the drop in the miles. I didn't have any Sentry notifications that came up on the car, so I was just a little bit, I don't understand why it just dropped such an amount. Maybe it was just on the teetering on the edge of 1% loss, just dropped down to 49%. I don't know, does the car, I know the Leaf does, if you drop down a couple of percent, it just drops the mileage down quite automatically. We left then Grasmere with 156 miles on the car, as I mentioned, and we got back more or less following the same route, to be fair. I think we did one little detour around Ambleside. I could only have added maybe 2-3 miles onto the route, to say, not the car. But in the end effect, we got back to home with 45 miles still left in range and 14% of battery. Now, compared to the loss for the trip up there, we were looking at 28% of the battery we used actually going up north. Unfortunately, I found this a little bit harder to believe. Maybe I was going a little bit quicker on the way back. Maybe that was the issue. We went through 35% of the battery coming home, and compared to the actual 83 miles, which it should have been, we used 91 miles to get up to the Lake District, and strangely 111 to get back home. Didn't mess around with the heating, so we couldn't have been anything to do with the heating. It's the first long distance trip we've done, so obviously not long distance, mid distance. It's the first mid distance trip we've done as a family, so we'll see how it develops and see how it progresses. Are we going to see same sort of figures in the future? Who knows? I think I'm going to try and track this in a little bit of an Excel sheet just to get it straight in my own mind. Yeah, but as I say, I would never have thought previously to go up to the Lake District and return for less than £5. It does encourage you to enjoy the outside a little bit more when you're not having to factor in, especially with the cost of living at the moment. You're not thinking about an additional £20-30 just for fuel to go out for a day. It gives you more incentive to go out, and you can spend the money on lunches and enjoying life the way it should be. Great day walking around the lake. We picked a fantastic. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It was cooler than I was expecting, but mainly when the wind was out. And the car performed as you would expect it to, yeah, utilise all that front space again to put the muddy boots in, yeah, friends on our next trip. Like, subscribe. We'll try and get further afield. We're trying to go over to Isle of Man in May. That's the new plan, at least. Over to Isle of Man for a long weekend to see some friends. So, nothing else for me to say, then see you next time.